question, because you're having a social media break over the Christmas period, or I don't know how long. You didn't say how long, which is fine.
I just do them as the energy.
So how do you do that? Like,
just delete it off your phone.
Oh, is that what you do?
Well, I haven't this time.
No, because I had noticed you've sort of done one little thing every day.
I shared. I'm not posting because I don't have time. I have my kids at home, and it's the time of year where my husband's at home, the kids are at home, and we're having 2 weeks or a little bit longer of just family time. And I don't feel the need to, and look, you don't even have to announce I'm having a break. You know, you really don't.
No.
I usually put something on that says, look, I probably won't be on here that much. Just so that I do get a lot of messages through Insta saying, you know, can I have an appointment and whatnot? And I don't want people to think, oh, she's ignoring me.
Yeah.
So I usually just pop something up saying, you know, it's family time now, let's have a break. But you don't even have to announce yourself, you know. So
I think if you're running a business like perhaps you are, it's probably a good idea.
So I jump on maybe once every 3 days and just check that there's no kind of messages from somebody that urgently wants to maybe book in next year. That's just a courtesy, and then if I see something random, I might post to share it to a story, but there's no curation as such. I'm not writing posts or
no.
And also I think,
do you find it hard though so for you social media is is it easy for you to just go, oh yeah, I'm only gonna do it because I have to? Do you have to actually stop yourself from going to check? No, that's good. You're a rare being indeed.
I deleted Facebook off my phone maybe a week ago. Facebook to me, look, I've got very mixed feelings about it. Some of them are political, so I won't go into that on this. And I'm sure I know from speaking to a lot of people that they're like, I'm not on there anymore. Like, I just check it. A lot of people are on Facebook because their school group is on, or their mother's group is on, or...
Well, for me, all our family lives away. So I'm on there because it's a great way for me to have connection with my siblings and my nieces and nephews, and it's a great way for my mum to spy on me, you know, so...
Yeah, and I think it works for some people, but, you know, I think you do see it, like, often I'll just be, you know, the other day I was just waiting for a juice at a juice shop, and I turned, you know, to look, and there was about 9 people waiting for their juice, and every single one of them was everybody's just scrolling and looking, and it's, I don't know what to do about it. And I don't know that it's really my job to do anything about it.
It's not your job.
But I want to be an example for my kids. And so to be an example of being connected and being available, I don't go on my phone when I'm waiting in a queue. I don't go on my phone when I'm at a restaurant. I don't sit on my phone when I'm at home. The only time I go and post is when I'm alone. So I don't do it around my kids. I don't want to be one of those mums who's just looking at her phone, and I've done it. Like I've been on my phone while my kids have been around. I'm not saying I've never done it, but I've called myself on it when I've seen it happening. Somewhere, I've been sitting somewhere and I've seen a kid trying to get their mum's attention, and she's been scrolling through Facebook, you know, because you can see people are scrolling. And I've caught myself in that thought of, that's really, like, it's just not okay. Like, it's just, what are we doing? And that feeling, and then going, okay, you've realised, you know, this thing's come up for you, probably because you've done it. You're seeing somebody else doing it. You're realising that's affecting you, that you're not liking what you're seeing. So stop doing it. You need to stop doing it. So then, you know, for however many times I called myself out on it, I then made the decision that I was no longer going to do that. Same as people on their phones driving. We see it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was reading a text at the lights one day, and then, this was whenever it was, a year ago, whatever, and then I saw somebody else doing it a week later and was like, oh, that person's on their phone at the lights, and I had to call myself out. I'm like, excuse me, but you did that last week. Why are you frowning upon that? You know? And then I was like, well, because it's really unsafe and really stupid, and she's behind a wheel. And then I was like, right, you're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, don't you ever in your mind judge someone for something and you go home and do it. Just don't.
Yeah.
So in those moments where we see things, where we see 9 people all on their phone waiting, and we think, this isn't connection, this isn't how human beings should integrate, and it feels wrong, and it feels disconnected, and it feels icky, don't do it. Let's recognize that stuff and start changing what we're doing. But look, maybe I'm the only person in saying this. Like, maybe there's people watching going, oh, I like doing it, so get lost. You know, maybe if that's your truth, cool.
Yeah.
For me, it takes for me to see someone doing something, that trigger, that you seeing someone and going, oh, that person's annoying, is your own shadow. Every time. Every time.
Yeah.
I guarantee if there's someone in your life you don't like something about, on some level, you're behaving in that way.
Yeah.
And it's learning to call yourself out on that stuff and go, I'm not doing that anymore. So as far as social media, if I say I'm having a break, I'm having a break.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm having a break. I'm having a break.
Yeah.
And I couldn't possibly be present with the kids and my husband if I was just trying to post constantly. And so I don't even bother trying.
And that is the thing. Many of us, you spoke about meditation and mindfulness before. It is about being in the present. So many of us are in the past or in the future, and we're not really present. I know myself that I've been guilty of that, and I probably still will be here and there, but I try to be a little bit more self-aware of my practices. Like, I know quite often of an evening, if there's nothing on telly, Charlie will be on his tablet, I'll be on my tablet, and he's commented about it before, and I've said, but it's no different to if you were sitting there reading a book and I was reading a book. So it depends on, I guess, what you're doing, what you're engaged with while you're doing it, whether you are scrolling or whether you're reading a book or you're doing research.
Have you, I think the question to ask yourself there is this a mutual thing that we're both happy to do and we have a healthy relationship? Yes. Or are we both on a tablet because we hate each other's guts and we don't...
No. Yeah.
And we just don't want to deal with one another.
Yeah.
And the same goes for children. Like, are they on a tablet because you've allowed them to have an hour a day and that's their favourite game and you've looked at it and it's okay?
Yeah.
Or are you leaving them on it for 5 hours a day so you can
have your life and
I
agree.
And we have a responsibility to our children to show up for them. And I am guilty of this again. I've let them watch 2 movies in a row. That's like 4 hours of free time. And literally woken up in the middle of the night sweating, going, that was a really poor choice. And gone, look how this choice has made you feel. You have a choice to either do that again or stop doing that. We have this choice with everything.